Hello, loves. I'm here with your weekly pick a card reading. This is actually going to be the first one this week. There'll be another one coming up later in the week. This one is actually a holdover from a few days ago, but I was dealing with the world's most annoying cold, so I wasn't able to do this. I appreciate your patience in waiting for me to get these readings up. So if you don't know how this works, we have 3 sets of cards here, and you just take a moment to see which set of cards kind of jumps out at you, what you're most drawn to, and then in a minute or so I'm going to reveal the cards and we'll see what your reading is. You may find that you are more drawn to 2 sets or all 3 of them, and that is totally fine. You may just need all of the messages this week. I'm probably going to be keeping these readings a little bit more brief for this video because my voice is going in and out and in and out. I've done a bunch of readings today already, and I can feel that my voice just kind of wants to crap out. So we're going to start with set number 1. Our cute little brown cow here. And we have got Diana, the 5 of Cups in reverse, okay. The 4 of Pentacles in reverse, all right. And the King of Cups. All right. Wow. We are in our feelings this week, and we've got a wall up here. I really feel that a lot of you are like guarding your heart. And this is very common for this time of year. You know, we're in the middle of the holidays. Christmas is almost here. Hanukkah is almost here. This tends to be a time of year where a lot of feelings, you know, come to the surface. You know, we have to face a lot of things, deal with a lot of things. We're dealing with a lot of people. Sometimes there's drama. You know, there's old memories. In addition, we've got the new year coming up. And so we tend to be more introspective at this time of year as it is. I really do feel that there's like this little wall that is up right now. So you're being asked to examine all of that. You know, let's go in, let's go deep and look at everything that you're feeling right now. Let's look at that wall that you've got up, you know, maybe that hardening of your heart a little bit, and think about, you know, why is that? You know, what happened? What's influencing this? And there wants, you know, this wants a release to happen. You know, this wants you to be able to kind of let go. And I really like seeing this at this time of year too, because this is when we decide, you know what, I'm going to let go of these things as I move into 2020. You know, I'm not going to bring this into the new year with me. And that's exactly what you're being asked to do here. So all feelings that you have are valid. All of your experiences are valid. But sometimes those can have like a heavier hold on us than we need them to. They can pull us back a little bit more than we need them to. And they can get in the way of like our focus, you know, and get in the way of like, you know, if you set your sights on something, you know, you might have these old negative feelings, you know, pop up and, you know, kind of get in the way with that. And that's why this Diana card even says like focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target and you will make your mark. You know, so as you're going into that new year, you just want to like not be held back by some of the heavier things that may be weighing you down. Additionally, as you're examining, you know, everything, you know, internally, as you're looking over your emotions, as you're processing things, don't forget to make room for yourself. I feel that, you know, when we're letting go and when we're, you know, committing to healing, oftentimes we focus on forgiving somebody else. You know, there are people that hurt you, right? And you may feel moved to forgive them, you know, realizing that forgiveness, you know, releases the bond that they have with you, releases like that heaviness on yourself as well. But the person that we're least likely to forgive is ourselves. So think about things, you know, ways in which you may have hurt yourself, ways in which you might have hurt other people, things that you may have done that you're not proud of, or thoughts that you've had that you're kind of like, oh, that wasn't really that great. Any mistakes that you made, and don't beat yourself up over them. You know, say, okay, I did, you know, this happened, you know, it wasn't my best moment. I don't really feel great about it, but here's what I've learned. And now I know that I don't want to do that again in the future, and be willing to move forward and forgive yourself. I am sorry. But this is all about release. This is all about like that baggage, and not taking that baggage with you into the new year, and it's, not easy work, it is work to do, but let's get that process started, and once you're getting rid of like these little scattered thoughts and, these heavier emotions, it's going to open you up, and it's going to, help you keep your focus. And you are a very, very strong person. Diana is very strong energy, and you are a strong person. So it's not a sign of weakness to release and to heal and to forgive. That is your strength coming through. But this is, very, very beautiful energy, I think, especially for this year. Let yourself soften a little bit. Like I said, there's this little wall that's up, and it's not for, you didn't put that wall up for, frivolous reasons. But it may have gotten in the way of other things. It's not letting other good things come through right now. So let's examine that and maybe soften your heart a little bit and be more willing to, express yourself again. Allow yourself to be a little bit more vulnerable again. Allow yourself to be seen again. And know that you are worthy of these things too. You are worthy of being seen. You are worthy of being understood, and you are worthy of being able to have like that laser focus, and not be weighed down by things from the past and, toxic people and negative situations. But all in all, it's, a lot of release, a lot of beauty here. A little bit of work, but it's good work, and it leads to a good result eventually. All right, so that was set 1. Now moving on to set 2. Our cute little penguin friend. I don't even know what this little guy is. All right, we have Athena. Nice, very solid energy from these cards. The 10 of Swords, good. I like that with the Wisdom card. The 8 of Wands. Okay. And the Lovers. Okay. I feel... I'm feeling this card in reverse more. It's weird. I have this pull to this card right now that you're feeling a little bit imbalanced because of somebody or a situation around you that's kind of just making you feel a little bit out of sorts, like not feeling like yourself, and you're kind of wavering right now. And very briefly, I feel like there's definitely a choice to be made. Now, this Athena card says inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action with delay. And I'm really feeling that message in this reading. I don't always go off of like the little blurbs that are in these oracle cards, but I'm getting this huge sense of this huge message of trust your gut, trust your intuition. We are blessed with an intuition. We are blessed with this inner wisdom, and oftentimes, especially in our society, in our culture, that sort of thing is taught out of us. We tend to not have as much faith in our own inner workings, in our intuition. We tend to push it aside. And even with like this 8 of Wands too, there's so much coming at you, so much information, a lot of choices, a lot of things to think about. And sometimes when that happens, your intuition sort of just, you're not really connecting with it as much. But here I feel there is like a choice to be made, and it's a choice that it has to be made. Like, otherwise it's going to be made for you. Something needs to come to an end. I feel like, again, this is upright, but for some reason, like the energy of this card in reverse is like stronger for me. I don't know why. And it's weird because I view cards as I see the upright and reverse meaning in a card no matter which way it lays. But I'm feeling that reverse meaning a little bit more. This imbalance, something is just like nagging at you because of an outside source. But this is an ending, and it needs to happen, and it might suck. And, but that's a choice that you need to make. You need to make a choice to end something. Again, as I said with the first group, this is the end of the year. And this is a part of the year where we're thinking about, hey, here's how 2019 went. Here's what I want to take into 2020. And here's what I want to leave behind in 2019, because you don't want to take all the heavy, yucky baggage from 2019 into a new year, right? And I think there's right now things that you need to think about. You want to think about the people in your life right now, and if they are really there for your highest good. Do they have your back? Are they there to protect you? Are they are they aligned with your own set of values? We don't all have to think the same things. Your friends and your family, oftentimes the people that we love, they might think things that are completely opposite of what you value. But what matters is if they respect that. What matters is if they have your back, and if they, view you as like your own person, and they're willing to like stand up for that and respect that. So you want to be connecting with people who really do bring out the best in you and who inspire you to inspire them. You really want to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that are lifting you up and not pulling you down. And I think that's what this decision is going to be about. And you really need to look at, things from a couple different sides, a couple different angles, but you have to make that choice. And it may be painful, but it's an ending that needs to happen. With the Ten of Swords, it looks like a painful card. Obviously, there's a bunch of swords in your back here. But it means something has to end. Something painful has to end in order for new beginnings to happen. And there's positivity within this Eight of Wands too. Like good news, good things coming. But choices need to be made. You have to be able to look at all of these options. You have to be able to, connect with all of these, like your passions and what you want and your values, and, receive this information, with a full heart, a clear head and whatnot. But it is, something good is on the other side of this, but you have to take action. And I think a lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of you know the situation that I'm talking about. A lot of you know the person that I'm talking about. And so I'm just going to end it by saying again, trust your gut. Your intuition is there for a reason. Your gut is telling you things for a reason. Please trust it. And, listen to that voice and allow it to guide your choice. I did not mean to rhyme that. I felt that coming out and I tried to stop myself. I am so sorry. All right, on to set number 3, our little kitty friend here. We have got Sekhmet. Nice. The King of Pentacles. Good. Some very, very strong energy there. Wow, very firm. Solid. The Moon and the Queen of Wands. Oh, how lovely. Okay. I'm sorry. And our little kitty. Okay. The little blurb here says, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Now, as I said in the previous set, I don't always stick with the message as directly on the card, but sometimes it does. I do connect with it. We had a lot of very solid, very strong energy here. Very, we got the Knight of Pentacles, but we got some very strong female energy here with the Moon, Sekhmet, and the Queen of Wands. I think a lot of you in this set have been here before. You've gotten this message before, and we may not have listened to it. A little minor call out is, I know you've been called out before with believing in yourself, believing in your own power. I don't want to sound all new age and like, I don't know, just super new age and being like, sit in your own power, feel your power, align with your greater power, that sort of thing, but I need you to do that. I really need you to feel your power, and I really need you to acknowledge it, because it's there, and it's yours for the taking. It's there to guide you. Like, this is who you are. You know, man or woman, this is who you are. You are fierce, you are brave, you are strong. You got the shit that is needed to get things done. You are determined, you are loyal, you are motivated, you are somebody that people look up to, you are somebody that people want to listen to, you are somebody that is inspiring and motivating. So why are you not believing that about yourself? Why are the fears and the self-doubts and those negative thoughts, you know, some of which came from other people? That was my cat's head. You know, some of which have come from experiences and stupid crap that other people have said to you. Think about why that's taking a little more space in your mind than this amazing flipping energy. I mean, this Knight of Pentacles, you know, he's a little boring because he's like that slow and steady wins the race guy. You know, he is solid and firm and very practical, very sure of himself, very strong. I mean, this is gorgeous energy to have all together here, you know. And the moon too, you know, she's illuminating things, you know, within you, and she's illuminating like those doubts. You know, why are you thinking that? Where is that coming from? You know, fear is not a bad thing. Doubt is not a bad thing. They can often be motivators. You know, it's about how much room those things get to take up space. Wow. I'm sorry, I've been sick, so my words kind of are like dumb. It's about how much space they're allowed to take up, you know, in your mind and in your heart. You know, I know a lot of us New Agers are all like, you know, don't fear anything. Don't be afraid. If you're afraid, the universe is going to be angry. I don't believe that. Fear has its place. And I know a lot of you have been in this kind of reading with me before. So let's look at our fears. Let's look at the reasons why we're doubting ourselves, and, you know, think objectively, think practically. You know, is that fear founded? Like, I understand where it came from. I understand the catalyst for that fear, but is it really founded anymore? Is it really serving me anymore? No? Okay, goodbye. You know, do I really need to doubt myself because other people are, you know, can be jerks about, you know, what I want to do or my ideas. So do I need to be a jerk to myself? No. So goodbye. You know, let's acknowledge these thoughts. Let's say, okay, I see you. I understand why you're here. Thank you for the lessons that you've taught me. I wish you peace. Now fuck off. You know, that's what it's about, because there's so much strength that's like right here within you, and it wants to be claimed, and you know it. You know, I think you do feel it, but you're just like that little trepidation, you know. And there's a lot of practical energy with the Knight of Pentacles, but the moon also brings like that reminder to trust your intuition. And Sekhmet and the Queen of Wands too, these are instinctual people. You know, like, she trusts herself. She knows she's the shit. She knows that she's optimistic and motivating and determined and balanced and fearless and fierce. She knows those. Look at her face. She knows it, you know, so she's encouraging you, like, yeah, you got to know this about yourself. You got to understand this about yourself. You know, let's like release. Again, as in the first two sets, you know, I mentioned it's the end of the year. So, you know, what icky parts of 2019 are you ready to release so that you don't drag them into 2020 with you, you know, because you want to claim this power. I also want to point out that, like, Sekhmet and the Queen of Wands, they are so similar. You know, they're both sitting here on their thrones with their lions. You know, she's got an extra kitty cat here. In my crow deck, she appears as two lions. And if you look close, there are two lions on either side of her throne, you know, just as there are two lions here. I mean, like, that's that fierce, protective, determined, resilient energy. And that's you. You know, this is who you are. So, like, step into it and claim it, you know, and be balanced. You know, I love I'm just loving this, like the way this is. I mean, we've got this power, this strength, this fierceness. We've got the instinct up here, but we're also balancing it with practicalities. Like, yes, dream and be inspired and think big, but keep your feet on the ground as well. Also be grounded in reality, be willing to be practical. But very, very, very beautiful. Like, you are so strong. You are just like, I feel like this group needed like some sort of pep talk, because we've been here before with self-doubts. And it's saying, come on, I'm super awesome. You know, acknowledge it. And I am sorry, like it's askew over here. But gorgeous reading for this week. So again, there will be another pick a card later in the week. So keep an eye out for that. All in all, I think we had some good readings here. A lot of stuff coming up. Again, if you have any questions, if there's anything that you need clarified, please feel free to let me know. I'd be more than happy to clarify anything for you. All right, have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Love you. Bye-bye.